Welcome back at the iCasting Academy. Adam is still my name, and as your host during this educational series of lessons, I'm happy to share some more basic knowledge about the casting industry and process with you. I hope you'll enjoy today's subject, basic roles on the job location. In this lesson, we'll give you a brief introduction to the basic roles on the set, what you can expect, what people you can encounter, and what their roles are. Well, those are some of the things you'll be able to identify at the end of this lesson. You already know that at iCasting, we call every possible location a set, whether it's a film studio, theatre, or local bridal shop where you perform as a model in a small fashion show of the latest wedding dresses or suit designs. So why is it so important to know the different people and roles on a set? Well, simple. By knowing the different roles of all people that are present at the job, and knowing what they do, you can anticipate what to do. Besides anticipating, it will give the people on the job the idea that you're experienced and that you know what you're doing. It's all about making a good impression. And by having a better understanding about who's responsible for what, you will appear on set with less basic questions like, who do I report to? Or where to stand? And this gives you more confidence. So let's start with your role on the set. You as a talent can have many roles on the set. You can be cast as a dancer, an extra, or a hostess. You can have a small part or a main role in a production. But no matter what you do, it's your job to leave a stunning impression and blow everyone off their socks. But be sure to do that in the role that you're asked for. Don't try to over-impress. When you know your place and know how to behave professionally on set, people will find it pleasant to work with you. This way, your network will expand and you'll be asked for a new job faster. You must have heard the saying, time is money, and that certainly applies to the field of entertainment. In the film and entertainment business, the producer is the person managing the budget and schedules. He's an important person for every production. He gets the right people together in what we call the pre-production. Not only the cast, but also the production team, the cameraman, light and sound crew, even the location, and the very important person that serves the sandwiches and coffee. The pre-production period is the time between the green light for the production and the actual production. People are hired by the producer for every part of the production, and he holds the overview and makes the plans for one or more projects. Because he's responsible for the budget, it's his task to push everyone to work within the schedule and budget. For big productions, all this can be a lot of work. That's why a producer has an assistant called a production assistant. The director, of course, is also very important. He's the creative one. He envisions the picture in his head and is capable of realizing it on set by giving directions to the team. The director will give directions on most productions to ensure the quality of the shot and eventually the entire production. Of course, in bigger productions, if you're an extra on the set or a group of extras for a crowd in the background, the director or even assistant director could speak to you or the group as well. So be sure to keep paying attention. You might know some famous directors such as Francis Ford Coppola and Steven Spielberg.
Hey, what about me?
Oh, and him. Mostly you're allowed to communicate with the director, but avoid discussions. He knows what's best for the production. Of course, when you have some good input for the scene, shot, or part that you're involved in, you should always notify the director. But be sure not to take over, and you'll know soon enough if the director accepts your comments. The cameraman is the one who captures the vision of the director. He knows how to get the perfect shot by filming with the right angle and focus. In most photography jobs, the photographer combines the skills of a director with his photography skills. The light engineer is responsible for the right lighting of the set. Depending on the set, most of the work by the lighting engineer is done before the actual filming begins. Hey! The sound engineer is the person who's recording my voice right now. He's responsible for recording all the sound on set. He also monitors the sound to be sure that it's recorded properly. The sound engineer will be held accountable for preventing any background noise, as this will be heard in the final production. Wonder how and why this set looks like this? Well, I can tell you, it's down to the set dresser. He's responsible for dressing the set and creating the right atmosphere. And yes, you might think, come on Adam, that set's an easy job for the set dresser, not exactly a lot of stuff there. But remember, it's all about the details. So, for instance, our director doesn't want to see a heating system in the shot. And guess who fixed that? This set might have been an empty room to start with, but it looks like a studio. Is it though? You'll never know. Not only the set has to look good, the people starring in the production have to look good too. That's why there's someone responsible for makeup and styling. It took hours for someone to create this look, especially my hair. But it's not only about creating the right look. Makeup is also important for another reason. On screen, everything looks different because of the lights. With almost every job where a camera is used, you need to wear makeup in order not to shine. What? I hear you say, but it's good to shine on camera. No, we mean another type of shine. The lights that are used are very bright and make your skin reflect the light. So unless you want to be like a light bulb on set, you'll have to wear makeup. And yes, guys, you need to wear it too. But it's actually quite nice, I can tell you. There are a lot more different roles and functions that you can encounter during the performance of your job, but these are the basic ones. Maybe the most important role, though, is the role of teamwork. Because on a set, everyone depends on each other. Some productions take days to shoot, so the only way to make it bearable and efficient is to work together to create a stunning production. Just remember to treat everyone at the job with respect. If you respect your colleagues on set, they will respect you. And you're probably not a superstar right now, even if you might be one day, so don't act like one just yet. And if you are a superstar and female between the ages of 25 and 35 and you like what you see, be sure to contact iCasting for my personal details.
Cut the crap, idiot!
Sorry. A positive attitude will influence your career. You will create a positive vibe around you and people will more likely want to work with you. Your network, along with your abilities and behavior, are the most important things in your work and your development. And now I'd like to publicly thank my team here at the iCasting Academy. Great work, guys. You're amazing. Really. And with that, we've come to the end of this lesson. Now you've learned a bit more about what people you can encounter on a job and what their roles are. Yet another bit of information for you to process, but I'm sure you'll manage. Bye for now.